Welcome to the Marketing Revolution podcast. This is the underground movement of savage marketers from all over the world. We are not Fortune 500 companies. We are real entrepreneurs with real businesses that have one major thing in mind: to set goals and devour them daily. Because we understand that everyone wants to eat, but only savage marketers are willing to do the hunt. Now let's get this revolution started. Hey, what's up, everybody? John Hiley here with the Marketing Revolution podcast and the Marketing Savage Facebook group. Hope you guys are having an amazing day today. I want to talk a little bit about the dip you feel before success. Many of you guys who have launched multiple companies, and many of you guys who continue to grow, push yourself to the next level, we have all experienced this. In fact, I've got to say, like, every single thing that I've launched that I put into the market, typically there is a dip that I feel, whether that dip is emotionally, mentally, physically drained, energy being drained, before I know that it's about ready to go to the top. And one of my previous mentors had told me years ago, we actually talked about that. I'm like, dude, why does it like suck so bad, leading up to some of these new ventures? Sometimes like it can be really, really fun, but usually like right when you're leading up to it, right when you're getting to the point where you've got to take shit to the next level, you've got to do some things that where you actually step outside of your comfort zone, is when you start to feel that dip. You start to feel this pain inside. And he pretty much explained to me, I mean, dude owns like 12 different companies. I actually use his exact multi-company business strategy with all the companies that I own. And he pretty much told me that everything that he's ever launched has that dip. And one of the things that I actually got out of that is that you should get excited when you feel that dip. It's incredible. If you look back in history, some of the greatest achievements that's ever happened, like, Henry Ford with the automobile, had massive amounts of dip. In fact, Henry Ford was like, I'll save you the entire story, but go read it sometime. He was literally had both feet past the line of fucking failure. I mean, had been sued, like all kinds of shit happened to Henry Ford before he reached his greatest success. And I want to say that, like, that's the way the universe tests us. And ideally, where it puts us in the position to be outside of our comfort zone. Many of you guys have heard this, and it's fucking true. There's not a lot of growth that happens with yourself, your companies, your business inside of that comfort zone, inside of doing on a daily basis exactly what you've been doing over and over again is just going to get you the same results. But when you start stepping outside of that and you start doing things differently, you start recalibrating yourself, taking your shit to the next level, you're going to be stepping outside of the comfort zone. Well, why do they call it outside of the comfort zone? Because it's really fucking uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable, because you are, I mean, number one, mentally, physically, all of that, you're shocking your system. I mean, we get comfortable, we get in habits, we get in routines. And when all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, I got to take my shit to the next level. I got to do something different. I got to step into this fucking person that I know that I am. And when you go and you step into that person, your system's going to be fucking shocked. It's not going to be the magical experience that we all imagine it, that one day you're going to wake up and you're going to step into who you were meant to be, and it's going to be rainbow and unicorns. It's going to be some fucking hard. It's going to be hard at first. But because you know this is the point of this podcast. Because you know this, because I'm teaching you this, because you know this, what I want you to do is respect that pain. Because that's the only thing that's ever going to make it easier, guys, is respecting the pain of the process. Knowing that when you step out and you become the best version of yourself and you step into the person that you know that you are meant to be, you need to respect that it's going to be painful, that it's going to take time for your body to adjust, to recalibrate, to be that person. So mentally, you're going to step into it, but mentally you're going to step into it, but your body, your physically, everything about yourself, your habits that you're in currently are going to be in fucking shock mode. You're going to be like restructuring that shit. I mean, there's like some really deep energy study that I get into that talks about In fact, it's the Power Life group with Mike Kaminsky. It literally talks about that your body is made up of like fucking, what is it, like 70% water, 60% water, something like that. Like literally the shape of the water inside of your body that connects to your cells fucking changes when you begin to change and you start to vibrate at a different frequency. So right now, like all of us are currently vibrating in a certain frequency. Imagine that you take like 120 volts and stick it into water, right? And that water is going to take the form of that frequency and it's going to vibrate at that form of that frequency. And what is water? Water is the best conductor ever. You know what I mean? Like it's going to conduct that energy and it's going to turn it into vibration and it's going to turn it into, it's going to take the form of that exact vibration, that energy that you put into it. So when you decide to change your life and you decide to step up to the next level, you're going to physically be vibrating at a different level, meaning you're going to shock your system. And it's just like if you had 120 in the water, but you take it out and you put like, 500 volts in there, something like that, right? That water is going to be vibrating at a totally different vibration. And to begin with, it's going to shock your system. And believe it or not, it's like, that's the pattern that our body gets used to change who the fuck we are. It's incredible. Like the body that we have, the system that we're created with is absolutely incredible, but it calibrates, it recalibrates, and it takes time to do that. And it's a painful during that time. However, what I've been taught and what I'm learning right now is that you need to lean into the pain, meaning that it's there for a reason, and there's shit that can actually be found inside of that pain that can benefit you when you go to that next level. See, a lot of people, they just look at the pain like, oh, it's just torturous. It hurts. I want to get out of it. And most people just fall back into their old habits, right? I'm just telling you guys, the only reason you're not the biggest, best version of yourself is because you'll try it and you'll feel the pain, you'll feel the resistance, and you'll fall back into what's natural, what's easy. And it's hard changing. And it's hard fucking vibrating at a different level and changing that structure. Your body's going to fight it. Like this is how it becomes physical and it's mental. So it becomes physical because literally you're vibrating at a different level. The water in your fucking body that formulates and connects everything is vibrating at a different level. And you have to deal with that. You have to deal with the physical change in the things that you're doing. You got to deal with the mental change, okay? But in that pain, there's things that can be found. In that pain, you can look into it and find things that you can correct. You can find issues. You can find problems. You can start asking yourself questions like, why do I feel this way about this? Why do I feel this way about that? And you can find, usually what most people find are false beliefs that they hold, false beliefs, limiting beliefs just on their self in general, limiting beliefs, things that they've been holding themselves down for years. So you've actually got the opportunity during this downtime or during this time where it's very painful to start questioning these beliefs and calling them out for the fucking lies that they are. It's all bullshit. Every human being has the fucking power to be the biggest and best version of yourself possible. But while you're doing that, there's going to be things that come up. There's going to be down talk. You're going to be down talking yourself, telling yourself that, you're not meant to live this life or you're not good enough for it. There's all kinds of shit that you're going to be able to find in these painful times. But you got to understand that that's absolutely part of the process. And that's the recalibration that you need to step into who you were truly meant to be. So I just want you guys to understand that, because I know I'm going down a fucking couple rabbit holes here, and I promise you on some future podcast, I'm going to go deeper into some of these rabbit holes. I'm not going to be able to do that today because today's our 20th, me and my wife's 20th anniversary of the day that we met. I'm getting ready to leave here, take her out to dinner out at Fleming's. But I'm going to get deeper into this scientific side of this shit. But I'm just telling you guys, when you guys step into that, or when you go and you launch a new company, you launch a new business, or you have an idea that you're bringing to the world, just know that feeling that resistance and feeling pain is it's just part of the gig. You know, see what you can find inside of that pain before you just get rid of it. Or even worse, before you fall back into your old habits. Okay. See what you can find inside of that pain. So anyhow, guys, I appreciate you. I just want to drop that today. I just feel like somebody out there needed to hear this message. Some of you guys might be going through some pain right now. And I'm just here to tell you, look at what you can find through that pain, but also understand, start to get excited because you know that this is what happens before all of your shit goes to the next level. This is just what happens. This means you're outside of the comfort zone and you are getting fucking uncomfortable. All right. Anyhow, guys, I appreciate you. And as usual, I'm going to see you on the next one.